Yada da 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 da. Yada da da yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da yada da da da. Yada da 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 dum. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da yada da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות העשה של ספירת העומר, של ספירת העומר, 7 שבתות תמימות תהיינה. Here we are, ready to and prepared to fulfill the mitzvah, the commandment of counting the Omer for 7 complete weeks. And so I am in Rabbi Jay's office and don't have our Omer counting chart, which feels so strange to me. But nevertheless, we'll put 2 stickers or 2 tiles or 2 squares on tomorrow night when we count again. But we'll know that we're on the next day. But before we can go to the next day, as usual, we need a little bit of reconnection, redirection, 2 moments of gratitude in your day. If you're comfortable, share them in the chat. If you're not comfortable, hold them in your heart. If you want to hear my gratitude for today, it is, let's see. Today I am grateful for, I'm grateful for Sophia. I got to spend some time with her, and she's listening, like get in the shower so I can do your hair, and she did it just like that. But more than that is the bond that she has with Ellis, and he was so excited to see her today, and they were playing, and then of course he had to go home, and he actually cried for 45 minutes because he needed Sissy, and so they always need their own time, and so I told him he would see her tomorrow, and that seemed to have worked for the time being. So gratitude for not only time with my own niece, but the bond that she has with Ellis, my son, which is actually amazing, which is great. I mean, he loves all of his cousins, but they all have their own intimate relationships with him, which is a blessing to me and for everybody to watch. And as we are in this week of Gevurah, this week of strength, we were talking about each night this idea of closing out the day with forgiveness, that we forgive those that have wronged us, whether they did so willfully or whether they did it mistakenly, whatever it is, that we meet that with kindness and with compassion. But also in our own world, if we've hurt anybody, we ask for forgiveness. But it's like, not saying I'm sorry. Like when you're a kid, you say you're sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And no, it doesn't mean anything anymore because we don't change the action. So we hope that anything that went awry during this day, before we start the next day together, that we can be forgiven and we can forgive others for things that weren't so great. So we hope that the unfolding of the mystery that is will meet us with kindness and compassion as we come to this day, this new day, to count the Omer together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer. היום 11 יום שהם שבוע אחד ו4 ימים לעומר. This is the 11th day, totaling 1 week and 4 days of the Omer. So what is this day of the Omer? What is the Sfirot that we are in while in the week of Gevurah? It is Netzach. Netzach Shebe Gevurah. Enduring strength. What is enduring strength anyway? I have no idea. Netzach, persistence, endurance, winning, ambition, perseverance, confidence, fortitude. Within the week of Gevura, the week of strength, the week of justice and discipline, restraint and constraint, this idea that we need to make a plan or a resolution to feel good. Not the kind of plan we make on Rosh Hashanah, not the kind of plan that we make on January 1st, where by like January 4th we already fell off the wagon. But we start energizing ourselves by disciplining ourselves to say, maybe for some of us it's like, maybe I shouldn't go to sleep at 1 or 2 in the morning. Maybe I should try like 11 or 12. Maybe I should try to pick up my phone less often. Consistency is key. Enduring strength. Nothing is a short sprint. Life is like a marathon. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes perseverance. It takes persistence. It takes netzach. This is the day. Netzach. It takes all of that to go from one place to the other. We can all do lots of things, but sometimes we fall short because we don't have the endurance to make it through all of the things. We give it all of our energy and then all of our strength, and then it's dead. It's dead because we burnt out our fire too quick. So when we try to do something and we make a mistake, it makes us feel like we fell off the horse. We didn't get there. A mistake is like, now what? I can't get back on because I already made a mistake. No, in truth, mistakes are what reminds us to get back up. If we're always doing everything perfect, if we're always in it for the long run, and we don't veer off the path a little, we never find our way back to what may be the truth that we really need, the boundaries that we have to set for ourselves in order to get to the end, to the finish line. In the Omer, the finish line is Shavuot. The Omer is the finish. The Omer's finish is at receiving Torah. The Omer's finish is that feeling of, wow, I know myself a little deeper. I did a little bit of homework. I found myself and my place. And so ingrained habits are comfortable. So sometimes it's hard to do it. It's like the kids that only study the day before the test and then they're like, I didn't know anything on the test. We know that a little bit for more days in a row gets us there. It's like studying for a bar bat mitzvah. It's like practicing a speech before having to deliver it. It's like having a board meeting and knowing what you're going to present or knowing what you want to bring to that meeting before, oh God, we're here in this moment. And so, Netzach Sheba Gevura, the enduring strength, is the strength to go forward. The ability to see beyond ourselves, beyond our immediate circumstances, knowing that our actions will unfold beyond anything that we can ever see or know is going to happen. I'll repeat. Knowing that our actions unfold beyond anything that we can ever see or know. Realizing that things are going to happen. We could say, here's point A and here's point B. I'm going directly like this, but guess what? There's going to be A1, A2, A3 before you get to B. There's going to be something that says, hey, wait a second, not yet. You thought you were going there, but we got to have a detour first. So things are going to happen. They're not going to be perfect. But the realization that in order to get to the end, in order to have enough strength, we need to have this endurance that's going to push us through the long weavy. Waze tells you you're going to get here in 1 hour and 6 minutes. Great. You get in the car and all of a sudden, delay ahead, 8 minutes. Rerouting. Great. Rerouting. All of a sudden, you're now not arriving for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Whatever it is. But we have endurance. That we have that, we cushion with time to know that we can get somewhere that we need to be if we just keep on going. So what is our thing for today? What is our practice for today? What is our homework? On this Shabbat, Netzach Sheba Gevura, enduring strength, we're asked to perform an action aimed at bringing benefit to others. A lot of times we do things for ourselves. A lot of times we do things because that's going to help us get to the finish line. But perhaps on this Shabbat we stop for a moment and we perform an action that's going to benefit someone else. Not just I, but maybe them, us, we. Psalm 111, verse 2 on day 11 says, "Great is the unfolding of the mystery, accessible to our deepest yearnings." Accessibility helps us to have enduring strength. Be accessible for yourself and for others. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 9:30 for Shabbat morning. And then, of course, tomorrow night at 9:30, Sunday night at 9:30, 9:30, morning and night. We love you. Laila Tov. Let it be a night where we can rest up so that we'll have the enduring strength that we need to move forward through day 11. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai.